awkward moments that wedding photographers should not have captured. Weddings. Most couples plan their wedding for more than a year. They want everything to go perfectly. But unfortunately, things don't always go as planned. Here are some awkward moments that wedding photographers should not have captured. Zombie wedding? There are so many things wrong with this wedding photo that it's difficult to know where to start. For starters, most people don't roller skate down the aisle at their wedding. The next issue is with the wedding attire. Superman underwear over the pants doesn't scream wedding. The fact that the man is topless is also strange. As if this weren't bad enough, look at the expression on his face. He looks like some sort of zombie or a man possessed by a demon. Everything about this wedding is all wrong. So much yellow. Yellow is a nice color, but too much of it doesn't make for a beautiful wedding. This bride must have really loved the color yellow, since she put her entire bridal party in the color. For herself, she chose yellow flowers. This was a very bright wedding. Oops. The ring bearer has one job. He carries the ring on a pillow down the aisle to the bride and groom. This little boy tried his best, but he ended up dropping the pillow. Hopefully the rings were attached to the pillow. If not, wedding guests were likely crawling around looking for the rings. Not the best dress choice. Many women complain about the bridesmaid's dress that they are asked to wear. The women in this photo don't have the best dresses on. The woman in the front has a bust that is much too large for this style dress. If the woman behind her moves the wrong way, she could have a very embarrassing wardrobe malfunction. The bride could have chosen better dresses for her bridesmaids. Pepto-Bismol, anyone? Pink is a popular color, but too much pink can ruin wedding photos. This bride must really love the color. She put her bridal party in puffy pink dresses, and the groomsmen were all wearing pink bow ties. It is all a bit much. Strange poses for a wedding photo. Every wedding photographer makes sure to get plenty of photos of the bride and her bridal party. While these photos are common, the poses of these women are not. Why are they leaning on each other? Were they too drunk to stand up on their own? It just makes the photo look awkward. Avocado? There is nothing ordinary about this photo. Why are the women standing near a sign that reads, "Walnuts, $1 per pound"? As if that weren't strange enough, why are they all holding avocados? They are holding the fruit as if they treasure them. Weird. The worst bridesmaids' dresses in history. Some brides will put their bridesmaids in unflattering dresses to make sure that they won't be upstaged. This bride took that concept way too far. These are the ugliest dresses ever made. If that weren't enough, the hats are ridiculous. The bride could never be upstaged by putting her bridesmaids in these dresses. Too much purple. The women in this bridal party look like purple crayons. The bride tried to break up the colors a bit by putting the flower girl in pink, but it didn't help much. Also, why did she have the women wear muffs? Was it going to be really cold in the church that day? This is just too much. Those hats. The bridesmaids' dresses weren't really that great. They look like something from the 1800s. Sadly, the dresses aren't the biggest problem. It is the lattice hats. Lattice should be kept in the garden or on a fence, not worn on your head. Totally 80s wedding. The style during the 80s was a lot different than it is today. These women have high 80s hair and the horrible tiaras. They look more like they are starring in a Heart video than they do a wedding party. A very proper wedding. Today, A bride wouldn't even consider putting her bridal party in vest dresses. This picture seems old, so maybe they were in style back then, but we doubt it. A neon wedding. This bride had a pretty outrageous idea for her bridesmaids. Most brides choose solid colors. This bride wanted her bridal party to be seen from space, so she chose the brightest dresses possible. Also, why is she wearing a star on the top of her head? Is she trying to be a white Christmas tree? An epic fail. The bridesmaids in this photo are wearing some pretty horrible dresses. Most brides don't choose patterned dresses for their bridal party. Also, none of the dresses match. Judging by her dress, the bride doesn't have the best taste in dresses herself. This short dress isn't the most becoming choice for a bride. The living room drapes. This bride figured out the best way to save some money on her wedding. She had all of her bridesmaids' dresses made from the drapes in her living room. The dresses and the hats are equally horrible. The NRA. Some people love that they have the right to bear arms. This bride took her love for guns a bit too far. Not only is she holding a rifle, but she gave one to her wedding party as well. This is the true definition of a shotgun wedding. Standing on a street corner. These dresses would be really nice if it weren't for the women wearing them. Why are they lifting their knees up like that? Also, a street corner isn't the best place to take wedding photos. A futuristic wedding. If you want to know what weddings will look like in the year 2150, this photo will give you an idea. The short dresses with fur around the edges are bad, and the little jackets are even worse. Also, it's hard to tell which of these women is the bride. Alice in Wonderland. The bride and groom must really be fans of Alice in Wonderland. This photo looks like something right out of the movie, from the top hats to the dresses. This sure isn't your typical wedding.